They were just ordinary days until they weren't. In a quiet zoo in California, on a sunlit beach in Thailand, along a dusty highway in South Africa, chaos erupted. Wild instincts took over, and the cameras were rolling the entire time. Today, we dive into shocking real-life footage and terrifying encounters when animals went on a rampage. From unexpected attacks to unbelievable escapes, these moments remind us that nature always has the final say. It was supposed to be a calm Saturday. Families gathered at Glenridge Zoo in Sacramento. Children were squealing with delight, parents snapping pictures. But at 2:47 p.m., everything changed. Security footage shows the moment the Bengal tiger enclosure was accidentally left unsecured after a routine cleaning. A single latch. That's all it took. The tiger, 420 pounds of raw power, slipped out. Within seconds, he was loose on the public trail. Screams rang out. Parents grabbed their kids. Chaos. Panic. The zoo's emergency siren echoed through the air, but it was already too late. A young couple, unaware of the unfolding danger, stood just 20 feet away, filming on their phone. The footage is chilling. You can hear the woman whisper, "Is that a dog?" Then a growl. Then silence. It took zoo officials 9 minutes to tranquilize the tiger. But in those 9 minutes, 3 people were injured, including a zookeeper who tried to intervene. Tourists visiting the cliffs of Krabi, Thailand, often expect encounters with monkeys. The macaques are known to be playful, mischievous, sometimes even cute. But in July 2023, things went too far. A heat wave had dried up natural water sources. Food was scarce. Locals had reported increasingly aggressive monkey behavior, but few took it seriously. Then came a moment caught on a British couple's GoPro. They were climbing the Tiger Cave Temple Trail, 1,237 steps to the top, when they were ambushed. Yes, ambushed. The camera jerks wildly as the tourists try to defend themselves. One monkey leaps onto the woman's back, clawing for the granola bar in her side pouch. Another yanks the man's sunglasses off his face and flings them down the cliff. They weren't alone. Within seconds, nearly 30 macaques surrounded the platform. It was a coordinated raid. Local guides later explained, when they run out of food, they hunt for it, and tourists are easy targets. No serious injuries were reported, but the footage went viral. The temple was temporarily closed, and feeding of monkeys? Officially banned. In the heart of Kenya, Route 34 cuts through miles of open plains, prime elephant territory. Locals know the road well. It's part of their daily lives. But even they weren't prepared for what happened on March 11th. Dashcam footage from a tourist van shows the surreal moment when a herd of elephants, more than 20, suddenly stormed across the road. But this wasn't a routine crossing. These elephants were panicked, chased, confused. Behind them, helicopters. A private wildlife reserve had accidentally triggered a controlled fire that spread beyond containment. The elephants fled their habitat, blinded by smoke, disoriented by the sound of rotor blades. One of the elephants collided with a truck. The driver, miraculously, survived. But 3 vehicles were totaled. It took 3 days for the herd to be guided back to safety. And the footage? It became a brutal reminder of how human error can provoke nature's fury. In the icy waters off Norway, a strange pattern began emerging in late 2024. Fishing boats were being attacked. Not by pirates, but by orcas. That's right, killer whales. These weren't random encounters. The orcas targeted rudders, disabling steering. Then they circled the vessels in eerie silence. Marine biologists initially dismissed the idea of revenge. But then came the drone footage from a boat called the Nordvik. 3 orcas, 1 fishing boat, and a precise strike on the propeller. A marine biologist later said, they weren't feeding. They weren't playing. They were learning. The behavior spread. Other pods mimicked the tactic. It was almost as if the orcas were communicating, passing along the strategy like a warning. Nature was watching, and nature was fighting back. These moments are more than just viral videos. They're warnings. Warnings that animals, when pushed, stressed, provoked, or simply trying to survive, will react. Sometimes unpredictably. sometimes violently, and sometimes on camera. We may believe we've tamed the wild. We build fences, dominate habitats, fly drones, lock cages. But every so often a moment slips through, a crack opens, and the raw, untamed force of nature shows itself. And when it does, we're just lucky someone hit record. Let me know when you're ready for part 2. More rampages, more encounters, more footage.